Hello and welcome back. It's week number 2 on the Gamers Guild podcast. Second one ever, guys. It's the second one. And I'm here this week. I'm joined by one of the two co-hosts. Alex isn't here again. Because reasons. He's doing stuff. He's busy. He will be here next week. Don't worry. He's assured me. He's actually busy. And I'm joined by Scarlegion, also known as Jack. How you doing, mate? So
I'm doing fine, thanks. All right, guys. My name's Jack, but I'm called Scarlegion on YouTube. I don't have any videos up yet because I don't really know
reasons.
how to do that.
Because various reasons.
I'll learn eventually, and that's the good thing about being friends with James because he knows all about the stuff. So eventually, after all his amazing teaching,
don't kiss up to me too much here. It's getting a little.
Yeah, I'm friends with an expert at least, I'll actually eventually
I'm not actually an expert, guys. If any of you watched the podcast last week, you'll know that I'm not an expert. I'm the exact opposite. I'm a amateur nub scrub, wobble ubba dub dub. Okay, so why don't we get? Well, actually no. I was going to say why don't we get straight on to the first topic, but I want to talk about our plans for this podcast and where we're going to go with it. So last week I said that we might rename it, but I think now since it's we've already got the first episode out, I think we're just going to. Do you think we should keep GG as in the name of the podcast, the Gamers Guild podcast, even though it's not about 100% about gaming, it's about current events as well. I just feel like we've set the branding in stone, kind of. Like, that's kind of what episode 1's called. We could always rename it, I guess, but I feel like since I like the intro, I like the hello and welcome kind of thing.
Oh, we can definitely keep the intro.
Yeah.
That works really well.
So are we keeping the Gamers Guild thing, or we're going to scrap it, or do you think we should just wait for, I don't know. I feel like after, a few episodes, we can always do, a second season and change the name of the podcast.
Yeah. We could stick for what we know with a moment, and then if there's ever comes a point where something hits us, we think, you know what would be a really good name for our podcast, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
If that ever comes to us, then we can eventually plan it out, and then we'll change the name, and then like you said, if we do a series 2, then that's when we can make the official name change.
Yeah, I was just going to also talk about our plans on YouTube. So far, I haven't actually got any series planned, mostly because I'm lazy, and this is the most effort I feel like doing for now.
But this is the fun part, just getting the plan of what we're going to do.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and think of a series. I might bring Let's Builds back, since that's an easy, single player kind of thing. I might also.
I checked your videos out on that. That is going to be a lot of fun.
I feel like bringing out an episode or two of some James's One plays, which is the ones where I do just one episode on a game.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot easier to do for multiplayer, because it's really hard to get people together to play sometimes.
Yeah.
And, so what are you going to do with your channel? What do you think about doing?
Well, Let's Playing has always been in mind for me, really. It's a lot of what I've really wanted to do all this time, because then, at least then that way it's like I'm playing with other people, because, they can put their input in, and then that way it might even, improve my gaming experience. There could be something I'm not sure of when I actually play a game, and then I'll be like, oh, okay. Thanks for pointing that out.
Isn't it Pokemon related that you wanted to do? You want to do some Pokemon stuff? Or...
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The mascot on my channel is my favourite Pokemon, Greninja. Oh man, I just love the guy.
This is an introduction. Jesus Christ, I can hardly speak. This is an introduction to Jack, so you guys might know me from this channel, but you've never heard of Jack before, probably unless you're unless you're following him on Twitter. But he's
I hope everyone was watching right now. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
hey guys,
that would actually be pretty cool.
It would be so cool. I've got some really good friends on Twitter actually, and it'd be really cool if they were watching this.
So hi Jack's Twitter friends, if you're watching, that is. You little assholes, little jackasses, fuck you.
He doesn't mean it.
I mean it with all my intent. That's pretty cool. This is an introduction to him. He's a big Pokemon fan, as you can already tell.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I am. I absolutely love it. I mean, I've got tons of merchandise on my.
Most of his time is spent complaining about it these days, though.
Yeah, it's mostly just complaining these days, and I mean, I'm gonna have a lot of opinions on this podcast that are gonna annoy people.
Don't worry. That's why I'm going to be pulling out all the disclaimers, like don't kill us, don't crucify us. This is just us trying to have some fun. This is an entertainment. This is, first and foremost, right? Because we're not very good at like being unbiased and we're very new to this. I'm putting it under the category of entertainment rather than news, because it's going to be if it's news, it's very, very, very shaky. But as entertainment, I think it fits in that category quite nicely, even though we are giving you news at the same time. Okay, I think we should just get right into it, because we've had about 5 minutes already. It's a nice buffer.
Everyone here knows that I'm a nervous, unpopular, opinionated twat.
Jackass, literally didn't.
A little jackass, yeah.
We're thinking about getting a T-shirt with your face printed on it or something like that. If this channel takes off, this channel takes off one day, we'll have a T-shirt with Jack's face on it, and it'll have ass full stop underneath it, in text. And
this is something we were talking about the other day.
It's a way to get I'm thinking of that's a good way to get around the copyright of Jackass. We could have Jack's face and ass underneath it, and there you go, boom.
Subtle, you know?
Quack, quack,
like a subtle
boom. You're done now. Big Shack. I feel like that's a dead meme now. Rip.
I'd definitely be up for that. I don't know what kind of face we would put on there for me.
I still like using before we move on to the YouTube stuff. Do you still use dead memes? I just love, well, not on posting them, but in front of friends.
Well, yeah.
What's your meme policy?
In college, I always used to do that. But then sometimes when I'm out with my friends, we literally just casually bring them up, and then they'll be like, "What? Why are you saying that? That's old."
Yeah, I hate the fact that people just throw it in the bin just because it's old. I get it if you're posting it.
Is dead.
Yeah, I get
it's
it.
Still one of my favorites.
I get it if you're posting it, right, and it's online and you're trying to be a try-hard funny person. But if you're just bringing it up in conversation because it actually works in the situation you're in, then I think it's fine. Just know the person you're talking to. If you're talking to somebody who's totally gets really angry if you use anything that's 5 minutes old, then just hide. Don't do it. All right, but you can do it to.
Yeah, I don't think really memes should ever go dead. To be honest, I think
it's some memes naturally die. Certain memes just are kind of shit. To be honest, I'm happy when they die. Like that do you remember Damn Daniel? Fuck that meme.
Oh my God!
Fuck that meme. That meme needs to die in
I'm kind of going
the goriest and most awful way.
Had to.
It's the worst meme.
I remember about this. I remember around. I can't remember. I think it was May. Was it popular around May 2016?
I think
around
so.
then?
I can't remember. I haven't got the exact dates.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. Or maybe 2015. I'm not sure. But no. It would have been late. I can't even remember when that meme became a thing.
Yeah,
at the point.
It was around. I remember it was definitely in secondary school because people started using it. I hated the last few years of secondary school when everybody started using the shit memes.
Right. Okay. In the
middle of class, just going, "Oh damn, Daniel!" It was the worst fucking thing ever. And they thought they were.
I remember,
it's all the popular kids as well.
I had the I went to college before you, so everyone else in the class at the time was talking about it. And I just thought, just kill it all off already.
Kill the meme.
Kill the meme.
Kill the meme and let the boy live. I mean, no, was it one? No, wait a minute, that was the wrong way round. I was trying to do the quote from Game of Thrones, when it's kill the boy and let the man grow. I don't know what the fucking thing was.
Sorry guys, I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Let's stop rambling on about memes, right? I promised myself I wouldn't talk about memes this week because there's been no real meme news. The Ugandan Sonic meme.
Still going strong.
It's still going alright, I guess. I think some people are getting tired of it though. I think it is starting to die. If not, it's already died in certain ways. I feel on the VR chat game, I feel it's starting to die because people are getting fed up of it.
I think so.
Fed up of seeing people running around going, I know I would if I was playing that game. You know, one week you're like, oh, this game's pretty cool, and all of a sudden people start going. I'll get fed up with it pretty quickly. I would laugh on the first few times, but then like after like a week of it, I'll be like, "Fuck this! I'm not playing this game again."
I'm very simple, so I think it would probably still entertain me.
I do like the meme though. I love the meme, but unfortunately, memes die, and that's the moral of today's episode. Not actually. It's not really. We don't have any. We're not very. Our morals aren't very good. Don't follow us. Don't do what we do. If you do what we do, you got a problem. Okay. Okay.
Especially if it's what I do. Never do what I do.
Let's actually move on before we start rambling, because I've already said let's move on, and let's move on.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's our fault. Both of our fault. YouTube news. I'm gonna go and have a look on this tab. Okay.
Should we explain it just in case?
Yeah. Last week, if you watched, but if you didn't watch, I'm going to re-explain. Last week, I mentioned the fact that all my videos that I had monetized, I only monetized a few, just to test it out. I had been demonetized, and I didn't know why. And it turns out that they changed the rules sometime after summer, which I didn't actually know. I think it was sometime after summer, but basically, I came back and I didn't understand why. There were like so many, like why my videos were all demonetized. I was like, what is this? Basically, it's you had to have 10,000 lifetime views. They changed it, so you have to have 10,000 lifetime views. I think our channel is. I don't know how far we are towards that, but I think we're probably like, I don't know, almost a third of the way to that. I guess I don't know. I feel like our channel has over 2,000 views. Maybe I would say around maybe I don't know. I don't know. I haven't checked how many views our channel has in total. But I remember once looking at it and saying, "Oh, we actually have nearly 2,000 or whatever it was." Because one of our videos actually has quite a lot of views. It's the one that Kyle did like a couple years ago. I can't remember. It's when our channel used to be called Just British Things anyway. So that's all been demonetized. But now they're changing it again. So you have to have 4,000 hours in the past 12 months of watch time. And you have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, and we're definitely nowhere near that. So, no monetization. I didn't really want to monetize anyway. Like I said last week, if you guys watched, I said I didn't really want to monetize anything because I feel it's just gonna put people off for now. But yeah, what do you think? I feel like this is making it kind of hard for channels that don't get too much watch time. Smaller YouTubers, the 1,000 subs thing is like a nice little. I get that, but as soon as it goes to 4,000 hours in the past 12 months, if you make long-form videos which people don't, watch all the way through, then you're gonna be hit hard, basically.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is that I guess all of it really does come down to perseverance. I think sometimes taking a hit like this is sometimes necessary to make people persevere a bit more when it comes to making videos. I mean, to be honest, some people would say my opinion didn't matter because, I'm literally only just starting out and I don't have any.
Through observation, you can tell like how this game sort of works because YouTubers talk about what's going on behind the scenes all the time these days. The big thing about this is people thought it was to do with all the Logan Paul stuff. And everybody was angry at YouTube and at Logan Paul for because YouTube always does this thing where they're like, oh, one person fucked up, so therefore we must
that's the
destroy everything.
This guy is messed up in such a big way, and yet now tons of other people are taking a ton of crap.
I feel like
just for what he did.
I feel like this. I think they said that this wasn't to do with him. I think they said this was planned because they had a load of problems with this kind of stuff. But still, it's still not nice. But I do think.
It seems too coincidental,
I do think if you persevere, like Jack said, and you put all your effort and time into this, and it's all about watch time. If you can just keep pumping out videos like a machine, don't go too far with that. You want to have a life, but if you're like a video producing machine, you're going to make it on this website. It's just going to take a long time. Okay, it's going to take time and perseverance, like Jack said, and
but also don't forget to have fun making the videos. At the same time,
don't do this if you don't enjoy making videos because it's terrible if that's the case, right? I enjoy entertaining people. I enjoy talking my ass off, and that's basically why I do YouTube. I just like it. It's nice. But if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. But if you enjoy
That's
it,
literally my main
don't
goal
be
for this.
don't be
myself.
don't be discouraged. Is my message. That's all I have to say on that. But that was interesting. I thought I'd bring that up because last week it's irrelevant. Not irrelevant. It's relevant to what we're talking to what I was talking about last week, and it's also it's just relevant now because these changes are being brought in quite soon, or already have. I can't remember what the thing said, but yeah. So
yeah, there's been tons of controversy around it. That's how YouTube is these days.
Yeah, they have dropped the ball, unfortunately, but we're just gonna have to live with that.
Yeah. Things might even change.
Yeah, one day things might change for the better. Fingers crossed. But this is just them trying to become. It's a bit of a struggle, because all these like old media sites and like stuff that are trying to fight this to try and stay alive because they're struggling to stay alive because lots of us younger people are not really using them for anything. We're not using their news sources. We're going onto YouTube for all this shit, and it's like a war, right? And YouTube's trying to appease at the moment. They're not doing it the best, but I mean, it's just kind of par for the course, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about next? Oh yes. Okay, we're going to move on swiftly. Now we've discussed YouTube. We're going to talk about
I'm sorry, I didn't know much about that one.
Oh no, it's fine. And you bring up a good point about perseverance because that's really that's always been the thing on YouTube. It's always been about perseverance.
Thank you.
It's just now that it's more so than ever since now you actually have like you're penalised if you don't persevere, basically.
Yeah.
I always found that phrase quite strange, penalised. I always found it quite funny because I'm an immature little douche bag. Okay, so on to the next topic. Disney Fox acquisition.
I'm excited for this.
Are you excited for it? I'm kind of excited
on the X-Men side of it. I mean, if they ever decide to do
that's exactly my point. The point I want to make is I'm excited on the account of I'm excited on the count of the X-Men stuff and all the Marvel stuff that Fox owned.
Yes.
That was why I was originally hoping that this would happen because I was like, oh my god, I just want Marvel to own all the Fox properties, like all the Marvel Fox properties. I just really wanted the X-Men to be like part of the Marvel umbrella again, But
yeah. I could say really if this was like if they had done this 10 years ago, I really would not have cared, to be honest, because I've never really been a massive X-Men fan, but with their more recent movies I've been enjoying them so much. Like Logan is a brilliant movie, and I think that's what really hit it for me, and I know that's the final one.
Yes, I was in that movie. Xavier, I'm the poo emoji. There's my real bad impression of.
It's better than what I can do.
Yeah. So on to the actual news about what's happening and stuff. As you may know, this means that they are grasping a lot of franchises. Like this doesn't just include X-Men. Which is why I wanted it to happen in the original place. They're getting Avatar, they're getting The Simpsons. I think, courtesy of my friend Alma, the reverse Lalma, I knew. I know that. I know that they also have Rocky Horror, which is a bit weird. I don't know what Disney are going to do with that property.
Did they say they were?
I don't know what. I don't know. They haven't said anything really about
a remake.
They haven't said anything about what they're going to do with any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe some of the X-Men stuff, I know they're probably going to integrate more of the properties into the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Unfortunately, that also means that Fantastic Four has the opportunity to do that, and I cannot stand them.
They're all right. It's just that they've had shit movies. All right.
It's not even the movies that made them bad for me. It was just them and Cat. I really
Oh
don't
no,
really care
you
for
should.
them.
They're all right. They're pretty good. They're the original superhero family team before the Incredibles showed us how it was really done. What am I gonna what was I gonna say? Yeah. So I don't know what they're gonna do because they've got all these stuff like Deadpool, and and all these like more mature properties, and I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, Disney have such a like a very safe, like child friendly brand, and I don't know. Maybe they maybe this is what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to branch out into that. Maybe they're trying to because it still runs as Fox, doesn't it?
yeah.
So maybe that's going to be their like more mature content, because they're going to try and reach. Because lots of recently in the last few years, as you said, like stuff like Logan and Deadpool has really pushed that mature content, like rated M or 18 content into.
I think Disney being charged won't change a thing. To be honest, I think they'll still be the films made in the exact.
Apart
same
from the
style.
fact that some of the stuff can be combined, and they have the right to all of it. The one thing which worries me is how big Disney have become. Like, I wasn't worried about like them having like the reason I wasn't worried about them having all the Marvel stuff is because they already own Marvel, but now they own all this other stuff. They own The Simpsons for God's sake, which is like one of the biggest animated series like pretty much ever, and it has gone downhill tremendously. But maybe they'll do good with it. I don't know. Maybe they'll shake things up a bit, but. It's just the fact that they own so much now. It's like lots of people don't actually care, which is
DreamWorks is next.
Yeah,
unless I think they might have been bought by Illumination.
Oh yeah,
the people who did Despicable Me and Minions.
Oh god.
Oh god, here we go.
I don't know. I feel like I don't want Disney to become this super conglomeration monopoly. I mean, it already is a bit of a monopoly, but like I don't want it to own.
Large in Wally.
Yeah, I don't want Wally to be like scraping off the dust and finding a Disney symbol on a Coke can. It's gonna like.
I wonder if they'd even have like their own jingle.
Like,
we are Disney. We steal all your shit.
Yeah, other cans of soda slash fizzy drinks are available. Yeah, so
that's a good way to get out of that.
Yeah, so okay, I have nothing else to say on that. I just really wanted to get off my chest that I'm like optimistic on one part. On the other part, I'm a little bit frightened. Not frightened.
Yeah.
More just like apprehensive about how this is going to go down.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Especially,
it's just again like me who hates Fantastic Four.
Especially with the way they handled. Star Wars, how they've handled the new Star Wars trilogy, because apparently they had no overarching plan, and they just went straight into production of The Force Awakens when they first acquired it, which is to me super bullshit. They should have definitely just spent a year or so to plan this out a little bit more, just to get it down on paper.
Force Awakens, automatic tick. I love it.
Yeah, I love that film. That's a good film. I don't know why people ripped on it so hard. Probably because that film was so, in some aspects, very similar to the ones we've already seen. Other movies, I mean, and I think that's the main reason. I actually watching it again. I actually really like that film.
It's very good. I don't care if it's reminiscent of another Star Wars movie.
I get that Rey was a bit overpowered for like never knowing how to use the Force before, and just instantly somehow knowing that she can do all this stuff. Like
it's sort of like Luke needed to be taught. Like in the first movie, he was taught how to do it. When he was trying to deflect those laser blasts.
A lot of people think this argument is a moot point. People don't think that this isn't a legitimate argument. I do, because I mean, not that the Force powers are explained in the first movies, but Obi-Wan had to coax Luke into actually using his powers because he didn't even know he had them. He was told that he could control the Force through his he had to be coaxed. Rey just knew. She just instantly knew that she could trick people with using Jedi mind trick without even having to be like sort of told the methods and stuff.
I think sometimes, things like that, it doesn't really matter. But what does matter was it was cool.
Yeah, I do agree that with a lot of people that obviously she should be able to fight with a lightsaber because she knows how to use a bow staff, which is a different weapon from a lightsaber, but it means that she has some combat experience. So the point about her not being able to fight with a lightsaber is pretty stupid. Well, not stupid.
But she has that staff, so she has a bit of...
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a bow staff kind of thing, yeah. But yeah, that movie was good. I liked that movie. The characters in that movie were good. The character interactions were good. The plot was a bit like similar to other films, but I didn't really mind.
Just the Starkiller base thing was what was a bit...
that was it. That was the only thing that made it in my mind. There were other things which weren't the best, but if that was removed from the plot and changed around for something else, that film would be a lot better in my mind.
I know the Death Star is technically a lot weaker, and in terms of size, it's a lot smaller. But sometimes the smaller things are the biggest things after all.
Are you making a penis joke there?
I didn't mean to come across like that, but I mean,
sometimes
it's not also relevant to.
Sometimes small packages.
I'm not saying that I'm like the Death Star.
Sometimes big things come in small packages.
Someone with a small dick would say.
Yeah, it's not. It's all about the.
Sorry.
It's all about the motion in the ocean. It's not about the size. It's all about how you use it.
Exactly. It's also what you use it on.
For your information out there.
How did we get onto this conversation?
I don't know.
It's kind of strange.
You were talking about Death Star sizes, and I was just like immature, and my brain instantly wandered into dick jokes.
Excluding my euphemism, I accidentally did. But yeah, the Death Star is a lot cooler just because.
I think also that it is just reused because they've already done 2 Death Stars, and I know Starkiller Base is technically different, but it's still a big super weapon that uses like some sort of death beam to blow up a planet. You know, it's round and it's big and it has a big cannon, and it's basically the Death Star on steroids. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what I'm worried about?
What are you worried about?
It's we got episode 9. We'll have episode 9. I have the feeling it'll be a time skip, and I'm worried that during that time skip they'll be building a second Starkiller base.
No, I don't think they'll do that. J.J. Abrams is taking it back over again, and I think from the feedback from the first film, he's going to avoid that like the plague. Hopefully.
I really hope so. I think we should just leave out planet killer bases from now on.
What I wanted to come on to when I was saying when I started talking about this, and I started saying, hey, how Disney have handled Fox, well, not Fox, with how Disney have handled Star Wars, like how I'm kind of apprehensive because of that, is because of, well, the most recent addition in the franchise. And a massive spoiler warning here, people.
And we have to get this off our chest.
Jack has to. He's been bursting to talk about this film.
Absolutely.
First off,
it's been in my mind non-stop, just me at this moment.
First off, yay or nay? Last Jedi, yay or nay?
I'm very sorry, but nay.
Nay.
Nay, absolutely nay.
I think I'm still torn. I don't think I've ever been so torn on a movie in my life, right? Because I actually like certain bits of this film. I actually enjoyed watching it at the time.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah, but I enjoyed watching it when I first watched it. But then as soon as I came out of the cinema, I started noticing all these bits, and I'm like, wait a second.
That's the thing, yeah.
Didn't J.J. Abrams set up a load of shit, and now he's just cut... This director has just cut all the cords.
That was my problem with a lot of it as well. But it's not... I think it's probably one of the lesser problems I have. Even though that is a big problem.
For me, it's... For me, it's a bit of a thing, Yeah.
But who wants to go first? Do you want to talk about your problems?
I'll talk about my problems because I know you have more to get off your chest. So I'll just get my brief problems of it. I've never been so torn on a movie in my life. I really do not think I've ever been so torn about a film. I really like this film, right? I actually like it. There are bits in it which are so cool and are so fun, that I just can't go, oh, I hate it, like 100% hate it. But at the same time,
Yes.
it fucks with my Star Wars lore, and it also fucks with, just, all the stuff that was set up in the last movie, and it just shows how unplanned this series was. That's why I started talking about how Disney haven't planned it even. They didn't plan. They didn't do that overarching plan, and I know Lucas didn't do an overarching plan back in the day.
Yeah.
But they just did it right somehow. They were just lucky with that. This time they kind of fucked up because it was like, they have different directors putting their own visions into it, and it's just, you can tell they're playing a bit of tug of war with the script writing.
Exactly. Yeah. Both sides are different.
And
visions.
I don't like how that's happening. It makes it less cohesive. That's the one thing I'm worrying about the most. Rian Johnson, I do actually like his style and how he's trying to subvert expectations, but sometimes it went a bit too far and it just kind of shit on The Force Awakens a little bit, especially with like the moments of Luke at the end and stuff. It kind of just made that whole kind of slightly ruined that whole scene for me, even though it was funny at the time and I laughed when he threw the lightsaber over his shoulder. It's just it kind of ruins it was a laugh, but it ruined the other scene, so I feel like it was kind of a pointless laugh. And I think Rian Johnson, the tug of war between Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams is the one thing that makes me sort of go ugh, because basically we didn't get anything about the Knights of Ren. We got Snoke totally just got cut out. And a load of other stuff. We didn't get told about how they got Luke's lightsaber, because when Maz Kanata went a good story for another time, she basically meant a good story for the for the comic books to tell you,
Really?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get told in film, because that's how it's gonna go these days. I hate that fact. It's so annoying.
Nothing gets explained.
Here's a rule for you guys. A rule of thumb, right? Anything that you get shown in the movie should be told about to you in that movie or in the coming franchise. Or if it's something that needs to be ambiguous, leave it ambiguous. But in this case, I want to know why how they got the lightsaber, and they just totally just went, oh no, that's for the comic books or whatever, or wherever they're going to put it. And I just feel like that the comic book shouldn't be this tool for explaining stuff in the movies. It should be like a sort of tool for like showing you more outside of the movies that you don't know about. That's what I think the comics should be for, not as a crutch to lean on. I think I know why, because J.J. Abrams is big on that mystery box thing. He sets up a mystery box and he keeps you asking, and then you reveal it. Well, I don't think the way Rian Johnson was subverting expectations and making this his own movie went a bit too far away from J.J. Abrams' mystery box thing, and it kind of fucked with it, and it made it less cohesive. Like I said, that's my point out the way. I'm going to give you the stage.
Oh, me? Okay. Right, okay. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you made some really good points there. And what I'm going to do first, just to get this off, I'm going to start with the good points, okay?
All right, yeah.
Just to be fair.
I do actually like this film. It's actually got some good bits in it. You go ahead.
I've already said I don't like it, but I will get off all the points that I said that I'm going to say are good, okay? Okay, first off, chemistry between the actors. Very, very good.
Well,
it was good.
Apart from Rose Tika and Finn, John Boyega, and I forget the actress's name for Rose Tika. I remember the character's name. How can I remember the character's name and not the actual actress's? It's because
I know.
it's
an easy mistake, though.
I'm shit with names, guys. Don't kill me.
For me, I left as soon as the credits started rolling. It was just like, right, let's get out of this.
Let's get GTFO. Okay. You go ahead. Keep going on. What's the good points?
The chemistry. It was really good, just like in the first movie. It was just really good chemistry everywhere. Luke Skywalker, the best he's ever been, easily. Like every scene with him in was just great. And so was Rey, Kylo Ren, and even though Finn got tucked in with all the crap stuff in the movie, he's still one of my favorite characters in this new trilogy.
Yeah,
like one of my favorite new characters.
I do actually think that they wasted his character in this film. That is one bit that kind of annoys me.
Yeah. I know, that annoys me as well, because I'll get onto all of it soon. I'll just get the good points out of the way before I start ranting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
What was next? Oh crap! What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the space battle at the start was really good as well.
Yeah, I like that.
Unfortunately,
apart from
there's never a space battle again afterwards because all the X-wings and stuff get blown to shit.
I don't like the bombers. I just don't like the bomber design. That's one of my gripes.
We're in the future, and they got rid of Y-wings for something crap.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day. I was ranting about how they got rid of. See, we're really nerdy about this. Like, lots of people won't care about these details, but because we're like avid fans, this really pisses us off. This really grinds our gears.
It really does. Like, I like Y-wings.
This really grinds my gears.
They were probably in Force Awakens, but I mean,
I don't remember it. I don't remember it.
I don't remember them being in it. It was just X-Men. No, X-Men. X-Wings.
See, we're already going crazy. We're only 37 minutes into the podcast. Well, we were crazy within like the first 10 minutes. Let's be honest. I don't like those ships there. They're awful. They're slow. The Y-wings would have done exactly the same thing. It was just new for the sake of being new, and it wasn't.
And there's another reason why they're crap.
Yeah.
Because that meant Rose had to tag along for the whole thing as well.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to blame. I'm not going to blame the fight. The fighter and Rose are two separate issues, my friend.
Yeah.
Don't tag them in together because it makes it seem like there's less issues with this film than there actually is. There's more issues than there actually is. I'm angry. Yeah. But I also like it, which makes me more angry. I like it and I'm angry, but I'm mixed and I'm Keep going.
Okay, right. Also, I don't mind the I'm so sorry guys for spoilers, but Luke Skywalker death. I don't mind that.
You don't mind?
Well, I do, but I don't mind how they did it.
Yeah.
It was very, very good, and it actually made me cry.
I think it's more of J.J. Abrams' fault, or whoever wrote the script. Whoever wrote the script for the first film, with missing the opportunity to get all these three characters back together, especially since rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Especially since her departure. They're not going to be able to do that now. There's no way they can get all three characters.
In this movie as well.
Yeah, she was great. Apart from one scene where they did this really weird thing.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't put that in my bad points though because I don't mind them adding force powers in.
No, I don't think. I think that just they made the effect look weird, and that's why I don't like that bit.
Yeah.
Don't worry about spoilers, Jack. I already gave them a disclaimer. They're still listening.
It's true. It's just in case I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put big red text on the screen if they're watching this on YouTube. And there'll be like an alarm going off like whoop whoop. They'll hear it all.
So is that okay? So is that all my points?
Your good points.
There's more. I think there's
battle on the mega ship thing. I forgot what it's called. Snoke's ship. The battle. You know the fight in the throne room. I don't like how it begins, but I like how it the actual fight itself. It's very good choreography. I think it's some of the best we've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it was very good. I love that.
As I said, I don't like how it started. Why the fuck did they kill Snoke? I mean, I know everybody's like, oh, but it's going to be the same villain trope again. But like, I kind of like that trope. Star Wars is not meant to be this like super artsy or like super new thing. It's like meant to have lots of tropes. It's about good versus evil for God's sakes. Red versus blue. It's very black and white.
It's kind of the opposite for me. I am glad they killed him off, but I don't like how they did it.
Yeah, they didn't give him any backstory. I know the Emperor didn't have any backstory back in the day, but you got to remember,
but they
his whole thing,
explained it.
They know they eventually explained it. Back in the day, nobody complained about it because this is my point. All his backstory was wrapped around Darth Vader, right? All you need to know that this guy was in charge of Darth Vader, and I mean, his literal backstory is in the title of his name. He's the Emperor of the Galactic Empire. That's all you need to know. He's some super powerful dude, and that's all you need to know. There isn't much.
Where the hell Snoke got his power from?
Yeah, Snoke. But Snoke. The thing is about Snoke is we don't know anything about him. He isn't called Emperor Snoke. So we don't go. Oh, this guy's just replaced the Emperor as the new Emperor or whatever.
Also, the name Snoke is so stupid.
Yeah, it makes me think of snooker for some reason. I don't know why. Snooker. Okay, keep going with your bad points. Let's start with your bad points. Come on.
Oh, the bad point. Okay. Oh God. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, the movie. Okay, I am gonna say this. I love the prequels way more than this movie. Every single one of them, even Attack of the Clones.
I don't think I can say that myself. I would say this is.
I easily can. I watched them all again, and I honestly, I know that Last Jedi is a way better movie in terms of production and in a lot of other different areas, but.
I can't. I don't think you can. I don't think you should be on this podcast anymore. I think anybody who says Attack of the Clones is better than this film is delusional. Get out of here!
I'm sorry. I'm
going to show you the door. I'm going to get out of here. Hey,
that is true.
You little fucking biatch.
My opinion of this movie is sunk so low that I think the worst Star Wars movie is better.
How? It's the worst Star Wars movie, so therefore it shouldn't be better. I would be less angry. I'm not angry at you, by the way. I would be less confused if you were like, oh, the Phantom Menace, but no, you went straight to Attack of the Clones, which is worse than the Phantom Menace.
I know. I've got points.
In terms of,
I've got reasons for it, but I'll get through the bad points first of the whole movie.
In terms of nostalgia, I think Episode 3 slightly edges us out, but I don't even think Episode 3 is better than this film. Just to let you know,
it's nothing to do with nostalgia. It was just in terms of enjoyment.
No, but I enjoy this film more than.
I almost fell asleep in The Last Jedi. I am a massive Star Wars fan, and I almost fell asleep. That should not happen.
I think it's mostly to do with the casino stuff, like everybody else is saying.
It even went past that, though.
I just found it super weird, the way they were handling lots of the scenes. Like, the chase scene through space was, like, so slow. It's like a slug race.
Really?
A snail
really
race,
stupid.
even.
And you know what also makes me angry?
What?
Killing off Admiral Akbar off screen.
Well, he was on screen, but it was blurred out in the background.
Yeah, he was on screen, but his death was off screen.
It was a trap!
It was a trap.
He worked on. He was like, they invited him to the production, and he was like, "Oh, they're gonna get a nice death scene."
I can't wait to see where they take my character.
It's a trap! It's a fucking trap!
As soon as he read the script, he was like, "Oh, it's a trap!"
Oh god!
But like, they just replaced him with this purple-haired woman who we don't even know, and then we're meant to feel sad when she dies.
I feel like, and I feel there's a lot of. I mean, I don't want to start talking about any of these social movements on this podcast, because you know how angry and annoying people get when you start talking about them. Which is why I avoid talking about feminism at all costs. But you know that character was put in there for that reason, because she's making.
You can tell
she was making points like, "Oh, he's a hothead, and he was this and he's that," but he's literally only doing what he thinks is necessary because
he's a rebel. Isn't that the point?
No, I think he's literally doing what he needs to do because she wasn't telling him what the plan was. I think being transparent about the plan would have stopped that whole arc about him trying to take over and all that. It was just bullshit. That was the whole thing.
It was just like, we're just trying to teach you a lesson.
Teach you a lesson by costing lives, might I add, as well. Like, fuck hell.
And to try and not make me angry, they tie in Princess Leia in with it, and I'm just like, you can't. That won't fool me.
Yeah, I didn't like that whole thing. It was annoying. As you can tell, I'm angry.
Well, that's just one out of many points I have to bring up still.
Yeah. Well, keep going.
Okay. Where do I start here?
This could go over an hour, by the way, guys. So buckle your seatbelts.
I guess the whole point. Oh, you know what? No, I'll just get onto the casinos.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst.
Go ahead.
You're right. This is where I start falling asleep. All right, whole casino scene boring as hell. Literally, it's all. I think it's only really there just to give an animal cruelty message. You know, with those weird horses.
I feel like that was like really like. It's a good message and all, but it's like really out of nowhere and kind of like it's kind of weird how it came into the film. It kind of feels like forced, you know. It kind of feels like they forced it in, and I also don't like the anti-corporate message there is there. The anti because it's fucking Disney making this film, so that point is kind of moot and null.
Star Wars, you know.
Yeah. It was too like prequels-y, if you know what I mean, like the aesthetic of it.
Yeah, I remember I said that myself. Even though I'm a fan of them, I love all of them. But yeah, you're right. It does feel prequely, but I expected it from the prequels. You know.
Yeah.
I don't expect it from this.
Yeah. You have expectations, and I mean,
We had Phantom Menace, which was an extremely corny movie. Then we get a second extremely corny movie, but I was kind of expecting it from the first corny movie.
I do have to.
The Force Awakens was so good, and then we get this.
I do have to put all my cards on the table here and say that, well, you know, when Mark Hamill said you should never go into a film. I think this is one of his quotes. He's like, you should never go into a film with too much expectation, because it'll and like all this like thinking that it's gonna ignite your childhood memories of your childhood and all that. And he said how you shouldn't do that because it's dangerous and it could all come crashing down. Well, the
problem is they set all of it up for that.
Yeah, I didn't think I went into this with the lowest expectations as possible, because I've tempered myself in the last few years because I got disappointed with a few movies. I'm not sure, can't remember which one it was. Back in the day, I was watching a few movies and I just thought, wow, this is bad. And now I've tempered my expectations through time. I've learned how to do it, and I went into this one with normal expectations. So if you guys are out there like, oh, these guys had super high expectations, I didn't. I had medium expectation, and I was just like, if this film entertains me, I'm happy. But it just fucking did so many things that like kind of annoyed me that I kind of feel, I still to this day feel mixed and don't know how to think about it. So there you go.
I don't think a movie should be made, like, don't get your expectations up, when they set all of it up to get you
hyped. It is
hyped up for something.
It is. That is the thing.
And then tell you afterwards, oh no, you shouldn't.
Yeah, that is the thing. I don't like how trailers do it these days. It's like, I mean, they're meant to make you want to watch a film, but they always get you really hyped up, like. And that's what it is. It's the hype train, isn't it? And every company's trying to get you on this hype train. And then afterwards, people are like, "Well, don't. You shouldn't be super hyped for these things. It could come crashing down your expectations." But that only happens when expectations aren't met. Obviously, like it was here.
And it just makes me angry how this is something that they'll say that for you. It's like, oh, you shouldn't have been too excited for this movie. What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
it's not like this is Star Wars, in the continuing movie.
It's not like this is like the biggest franchise of all time. No,
yeah, exactly. They're just gonna attack you for it. For getting excited.
It's not like they bought this for $6 billion or anything. No.
I saw this movie in the cinema when it got released in this country. I honestly, for the whole thing, I tried so hard to enjoy it, but I couldn't.
There is a pacing issue that whenever it goes to something slightly interesting, it pulls away to the casino scene. That's the thing that annoys me.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's ever seen Channel Awesome's Last Jedi review, but they do a really hilarious.
Oh yeah, I do love. I've got to say, I do love Channel Awesome. They're the best.
Yeah, they are so funny. Their review on that is so funny.
Just gotta praise them. I enjoy them their shit so much. Talking of, I don't know why I'm saying this now, because like at the start of the podcast I berated you for kissing up to me.
We're allowed though, because they're inspiring YouTubers.
Yeah. We're coming to the 50-minute mark. We're past the 50-minute mark. You better hurry up with your points, man, because I've got other stuff to talk about after this.
Oh crap! Really? Okay.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. You can do it in 10 minutes, and then I'll.
Okay. Well, I just won't do too big a rant then. Okay. Yeah. The whole Canto Bite sequence, rubbish. The Codebreaker guy was completely pointless, and it was just that cliche of I'm actually evil. I'm gonna betray you.
Yeah.
And then
I did actually like the theme of not of trust in that bit. I did like the actual theme of like there's no good guys or bad guys. We're just people doing business. I think I like introducing that aspect, but they did it wrong. They did it in a way that just wasn't. It just didn't work for whatever reason.
It's so predictable he was going to betray them. I actually said when he appeared, he's going to betray them, and he betrayed them.
Phasma is also useless.
Oh, that was so disappointing. I mean, that short little sequence was fun with them fighting. That was quite cool.
Yeah, but they didn't have to kill her again.
Yeah, why did they have to kill her?
I said again because they technically probably already have killed them in the script, but then they were like, okay, we'll bring them back for this film just so we can kill him again.
I won't say she's more useless than Boba Fett, because at least she actually put in a little bit of a fight first.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next? But yeah, actually, I'll just bring up this little point about the Codebreaker guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rian Johnson wants to bring him back and has something planned for him. I could give less of a shit.
Yeah, I was not enthralled by him very much at all, to be honest.
Well, I couldn't
Just because of
give
how
less
cliche the character twist was, it was like,
He
well,
was such a cliche character.
I
I've seen
didn't see
so
that
many-
coming at all, did I?
Huh?
I was just saying, like, I didn't see that coming at all, did I?
Yeah,
You know, that was-
it was predictable a mile off.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's apparently going to be brought back, I really don't care. You know, I mean, it might not even be in the next movie, but if it's like in the future, I really
I'm just realizing if you guys aren't fans of Star Wars, then this podcast
Yeah.
is annoying to you. But
But our frustration might be funny.
that's why I got to the first few points first, because it's like, you know,
Yeah.
that stuff was useful to other people.
Oh yeah, some of the dialogue in this movie was cringier than some of the things in Attack of the Clones.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
It's like
Give me the quote. Give me the Rose quote. I know you know it.
To fit
I
is
know.
the cringiest line of dialogue.
I know you
in
remember
any
the quote.
film.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
It's not about fighting the things we hate. It's about saving the ones we love. Mwah.
And then he looks. Then he looks at her like he was like, "What? Why did you just kiss
Yeah.
me?" You know.
Back to Channel Awesome again. It's like, wait, was that the kind of relationship we had?
Yeah, it just seems like they're buds. They're buds. You know. Yeah, it was
so embarrassing. It's just more. That's more cringier than Anakin saying he hates sand, because at least he has a reason for that.
The sand meme though. The sand meme is going to be a classic. That Rose meme is never
Yeah.
going to be a thing, unless it already is. And in which I don't really hope for it to be a meme. I just like the sand meme.
All I can say is
Don't
I know
overtake
this
the
is
sand meme.
really...
I said, don't overtake the sand meme.
It's alright. I know. I just wanted to say my point. You know about Rose.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
fully on board.
recognize
I'm not shouting at you, by the way. I'm shouting at our listeners. Is anybody still listening at this 54 minute? You know.
Yeah. But did you want to say the sand thing first, or
No. I was just saying, don't overtake this meme with this. You know, don't replace the sand meme with these new quotes.
I get it. Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because the sand meme should live on forever.
Absolutely.
Because
I don't wanna be
it's
reminded
coarse
of
and rough
that
and irritating. It
cringy
gets everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually. I could say I don't like Rose. She's cringy and annoying, and she's always.
Oh
in the
yes. She's cringy and annoying, and
she's cringy.
she's
annoying,
everywhere
and
in this
she's
film.
Everywhere in the movie.
Yes. Oh, that's so
that
good.
works so well.
Oh
But
man.
literally, I this is horrible to say, but I really hope she's dead. We don't know yet.
No, she's gonna be alive.
Probably, yeah.
You know, I don't want anybody to hate on us because she's like, oh, but you should always, you know, just because you guys don't respect your Whammon, but it's not. It's just, as we said, we like Carrie Fisher. We like Rey. I like Rey. She's a good character. You know, she's a little
lot
bit.
of the characters in Force Awakens that are in it now are still great.
She's a little bit, you know, OP, but
Yeah.
I don't mind. I like
I
OP.
think they're actually better in this movie.
Yeah. I think Rey is way better in this movie than the first one.
It's just the same Poe got attached to the feminist message, you know.
Yeah, press X to respect Whammon.
And then Finn got attached to the animal cruelty thing.
Yeah. I look. They're obviously just trying to appeal to as many people as possible. We know this with their casting decisions. With their, I don't mind the fact that they're casting diversely, but you could tell it. It just feels a little bit like kind of fake because it is. You know, it's a quota that they're trying to get to here. So that and it's not because they actually care. It's because they want to make as much money in different countries as possible. You know.
Yeah.
This is why they get Asian actors for the Chinese market, which is huge right now.
Yeah. I think. Okay, what I'll do now is I think I'll end off my points, but because I still have more to talk about, but I think I'll just save it for another time.
Another podcast. We've got loads of these.
Yeah, but I just want to finish on this final note. Sometimes whenever I go back and watch the new trilogy sometimes, and then the original, sometimes I kind of wish they ended the story at episode 6 and just left it, you know?
Yeah. I
did watch Return of the Jedi again last night just to...
Oh yeah, you were saying about this, weren't you? That you watched the original trilogy and you were like, what have they done?
Yeah, I know.
Just to say, episode 6 isn't a perfect movie, but it's better. Yeah. It's better than this movie by far.
And it's why Return of the Jedi is my favourite Star Wars movie that I decided now. because
I like
does
episode
just-
5, but I'm just a freaking normie with which, everybody says episode 5's the best that knows anything about
Yeah.
how to make a movie or that anything about good
I
movies.
know episode 6 is technically the worst of the originals, but I think it's just the way they end it off the entire thing is just so great, and everyone gets a happy ending. Like, everyone gets the ending they deserve and what they fought for. Even Anakin Skywalker.
I will say that I will say that Boba Fett doesn't get that. So how disrespectful
that's a
of
disappointing
you,
factor.
you little piece of shit. Yeah, I do.
At least Jango Fett was quite cool.
Yeah, no, but
He killed a Jedi.
Yeah, but he didn't get his deserved ending either. He got his head chopped off over like 5 minutes. What was I going to say? Skia. Ski pat pat cat. What is the What were who else didn't? Oh yeah, it was Han Solo. He felt a bit weird in episode 6. I've got to say, he felt a bit off character. I
actually kind of thought he was in a way better.
He was no.
As he's-
I feel like he kind of grew. I feel like he did grow as a character, but he did feel a little bit off-brand. I don't know. I think he was pretty
I
good.
think it's because in the first film he is literally just doing it all for the money.
Only in it for the money.
Lighting up.
Yeah.
And in the sixth one he is pretty much lightened up.
Yeah. I do think he actually does work quite good. I just think he's slightly off-brand. Slightly.
You're entitled to think that. Just like I'm entitled to hate the last one.
Only slightly.
People gang.
Okay. So wrapping that off, I'm
that's just what I wanted to say to finish off.
I'm and Jack is super meh.
I'm not super meh. I'm super nah.
Nah, mate. Nah.
Super nah, mate. Never.
You're super fuck off.
Maybe when it comes out on Blu-ray, or iTunes or wherever, I'm gonna buy it.
Blu-ray.
Maybe that.
You want to get it on Blu-ray and you don't like it, boy.
I mean,
it is Star Wars.
I'll get it just to see if my opinion changes, and if it doesn't, then
It is
still be
Star
my favorite
Wars
Star Wars.
after all. That is one. Even if you hate Star Wars, you're still gonna buy it, aren't you? You little pieces. Yeah, give us your money. Give us. You're gonna fucking buy it. I know you're gonna fucking buy it.
There's just. I don't feel. I am not excited for anything anymore now.
Oh yeah, my expectations have been shattered so many times.
The Last Jedi completely blew off my enthusiasm.
Blown
right now.
But where is my mind dirty, or you're just like stumbling onto all these sexual innuendos by accident?
I keep doing it. It's your fault for saying it.
Blow off my expectations.
It blew. Okay.
I have very large
it ruined my
and
expectations.
I have very large and girthy expectations, which were blown off.
I think it just Last Jedi. This is not going to be euphemism. Can suck my dick.
Let's move on because it's over the hour mark and we're going into dick jokes again because we're immature pieces of shit.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't help it.
Once I bring it up, it just starts getting you on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Let's talk about for the last few minutes. There's a DLC coming out in 3 days.
Yeah.
Is it 3 days or 2 days? I can't remember. It's on the 23rd. If anybody's interested in this is our gaming segment now. This is gaming I'm interested in, or Jack's interested in, but
I'm interested in learning at the moment because I don't have the game.
Yeah.
So I really want to get into playing it.
And Alex would probably talk about games he likes, but he's not here. He'll be here probably next week. I don't know. He's moving or something like that, apparently.
Could I talk about the comparisons between the original Battlefront games and the new ones
next week? Yes. I was going to say not now.
Not now.
That sounds like another rambly rant. Like we just went on.
If I just somebody else to bring up a new topic now, I don't think that'd be good.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is technically me bringing up a new topic, but I did prepare this beforehand, and I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, so Tomb King's DLC for Total War Warhammer 2, which is a mouthful. But they had to separate the licensing, so they had to say Total War Warhammer instead of Total Warhammer, which would have been way better. But it's the licensing, they have to do it. But yeah,
Total War Warhammer.
Total War Warhammer 2. Tomb Kings, guys. I've been excited. I've been excited for this for a while now since they've announced it. It's basically. They're basically the Egyptian faction. They're they're like mummies, right? Or like they're like basically like it's another undead faction, but they're very different from the vampire counts in many ways. The fact is that they don't raise the big thing about them is that they don't raise mindless minions from the dead. They raise their servants from the afterlife, wherever the realm of souls, to serve them again, and they're like, you know, in their quest to retake the to conquer the world basically again. Setcha the Imperishable is one of the main legendary lords available on this one. This is the best thing about this one, is that there's 4 legendary lords available at launch. Which is probably the most in a DLC for these 2 games ever. Usually it's like 2 or 3, but in this case there's Setcha the Imperishable, I've already mentioned, High Queen Khalida, Grand Hierophant Katep, and Archon the Black. Which the thing about Archon is you don't know much about the lore probably, but he makes me excited because I'm fingers crossed. I really want to see Big Daddy Nagash. He really excites me in a big way. I really hope that Nagash. I really want Nagash. Okay, I just want fucking Nagash. Give me my CA. Give me my fucking Nagash. I want my fucking Lord of the Dead to frickin' rise to the grave and fuck people up. I want Archon to bring him back to life like he did. Was he the one who brought him back to life in the law? I can't remember. Someone who brought him back to life and he started wrecking shit in the end times. I can't remember I'm not very good with the lore, but I have learnt enough to like be excited for this DLC. The thing that I'm excited for is the fact that their lore actually shows in the mechanics here. That you can raise your. There's no upkeep on any of your warriors, so you don't have to pay money to have an army.
Yeah.
Which is really good. It actually reflects the lore so well, because they just basically raise their minions or their servants or their warriors from the realm of souls to serve them in the afterlife. And it works so well because obviously you're not paying these guys to do it. They're like, you know, they're serving you willingly. The another thing about these guys is that they're less brainless than the vampire count undead. So they're not zombies they're not just average zombies or skeletons that were already in the game. They're like proper. You know, they can use bow and arrows, like unlike the vampire counts, because you know they have basically they're more advanced. It's more advanced necromancy here, so they've got more shit, and they've got these things called constructs, which are basically huge living like statues, which come back to life to like.
Faction I really want to be.
Which faction do you want to be?
It was the lizard people.
Lizard men, yes. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I like them. They look really
when
cool.
you get the game, I'm probably if you get the game, we might do a series. Who knows? I feel like I feel like a lizard men versus Tomb Kings thing could work really well. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say about that. There's more I could say about it, but yeah, I'm really excited. Comes out the 23rd. I'm probably gonna get it. It's on Steam right now. If you want to pre-order that.
I really want to get it. So I just spent some money. I don't have enough for it anymore because I literally just spent some money yesterday. But hopefully it'll go on sale soon, so I'll be able to. I'm
just gonna say for the whole audience, we're thinking about getting a guest on, and the reason I brought this up is because I wanted to talk about it with my guest, who knows a lot more about Warhammer than I do. But our guest isn't available. He wasn't available this week, so we'll bring him on some other time next week, maybe. Yeah. I don't know, or the week after. He had he's got a test tomorrow or something like that. So you know he's got to revise. I'm less harsh on my guests than I am on you guys, because they're guests. You know they can come and go whenever they want. But you guys, I've got a big beater stick ready to whoop your asses. Yes, I just casually abuse all these people. No, I do not. Asterisk. I do not actually do this. I'm joking. Okay, you biatches. Don't quote me. Don't at me.
Let's hope we never see them at a convention.
Yeah.
And hopefully what you say isn't the truth.
If we ever go to a convention, if we ever go outside ever again,
I'm meant to be going to a convention soon. I'm not sure.
I don't think anybody's going to be lining up. No offense, yet, but I don't think anybody's going to be lining up to meet someone that has literally just been in one podcast and has a
Oh, yeah,
Twitter
that's
account. There's one more serious thing I have to talk about is this year has already got off to a pretty weird start. We had the Logan Paul stuff, and I don't know how this year's going to pan out. We've already had our first big celebrity death that I heard about. Again, this was I knew about this through my friend Alma. She told me when we were in college. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't actually know. Do you know Dolores from the Cranberries?
Well, my mum and dad were really into the music.
Yeah, my mum's really into it. She's listening to it right now as a speaker, I think. She's painting the
Yeah.
conservatory, I think, right now.
They're not currently listening to the music, but they got it on a Spotify.
But yeah,
playlist, so.
it's a shame, really. It's kind of weird. Didn't David Bowie die around this time of year as well?
Mate, I think it was February time.
Yeah, I think it was a month later. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of sad. It's just she died at the age of 46, which is quite young, really. And we won't know. I don't think we'll know until April if anything is brought up. We won't know. So it's kind of a mystery at the moment to us. But yeah, it was on the 15th, which is about 6 days ago. From when we were recording this, but their music video on YouTube for Zombie is currently almost at 700 million views.
Jesus Christ!
I know it's
somehow Despacito has more. I don't know how. That song is crap.
It's already it was already a big hit, already had a lot of views, but it's skyrocketed. That's the thing about death. It always gets you get more notoriety after an artist dies. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
They were already big, but it comes back into the public conscious again, and it's kind of a shame how it takes death to kind of. I guess it's just people wanting to listen to it, and because they're like, oh shit,
It's always nice to read the comment section of people that
people paying their respects. Yeah,
paying their respects.
There's loads and loads of people It's really it is one good thing that comes out of this stuff. It's one thing that makes me think, oh, so there is faith in humanity still. But yeah, what a shame. What a shame.
I remember
Too young.
I cried my eyes out when I went to see Rogue One. As soon as I got home, I found out Carrie Fisher had died. I cried.
I gotta say, I was upset by Carrie Fisher, but not as much as I was by David Bowie.
That's fair enough.
That's just because his music was a big part of my life, and it kind of crushed me.
It's the same here with Carrie Fisher. Literally, the Star Wars movies are just they're really what made me happy over the last 18 years of my life.
Yeah, I am a big fan of Star Wars, but I've always liked loads of things, so it kind of I really was upset still though. I've got to say, this one hasn't affected me as much as the other two, probably because Dolores.
It's more affected more than Dad,
I never really listened to the Cranberries too much, but it was in the background, so it's kind of a little bit weird now, It's oh, that person's no longer alive. It's when people alive who died before you were born, that they've always been dead they've always been dead. So you don't get that feeling of, wow, that's kind of weird that I'm listening to someone who's not alive anymore. But it's it's something different when someone dies, after when I don't know.
it's sad.
It is. It's a bit. Yeah. It's definitely a sad thing. Wow, what a way to end the podcast.
Okay, let's line up the mood a bit here.
Yeah. Let's bring ourselves out of the doldrums and.
No problem. I'll probably turn the light on in my room as well. It's a bit dim.
It's literally darkening as we speak. Yeah. But yeah, rip and who
I've done that now. I turned my lights on.
Hopefully this isn't a trend for this year. I hope hopefully we don't lose more people, more great people.
I just realised there's something.
What do you realise?
It won't be in a few weeks' time. We'll be doing the London trip, and of course that'll be a weekend. So I think we'll have to take a week off. No, a week off for a podcast.
No,
Unless
it's
we
not
do
at the
it there.
weekend. It's on Monday, isn't it?
No, I think it's. Wait, actually, what time is it? When did we go? We go on the 5th, which is Oh, yeah, never mind. No, we're
It
fine.
is a Monday. I
thought
think.
it was the weekend.
No, it's not a weekend because I knew I had the weekend off because my parents are away and my sister's
Yeah.
also going on a French trip at the same time. So I get like to party like it's 1999, sons of bitches, which is the year I was.
1999.
Oh
Back when
wow.
I wasn't bored.
Yeah.
I mean, I was. I would have been like 0.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Whew, I might do some GTA videos even because I bought GTA for Christmas finally.
I think this is the one series I won't be able to join just because I will.
Oh no, it's just gonna be me fucking about basically. My character's
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger if you want to know.
If I actually can transfer my character onto PC, I will join. But if I can't do it, then I could just make a new character. But I just think after all the effort I made on my PS4, it'd kind of be a shame to just dump it.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I think you can try and link the account. You know.
You can, but I think you can only do it once.
Mm.
But I already transferred my character from PS3 to PS4.
All right. What was I gonna say?
It's kind of stupid how that works. It should really be just across all consoles.
So in conclusion, we've talked about YouTube monetization.
Yep.
We've had a little look at the Disney Fox acquisition. We talked about Last Jedi for about maybe more than half an hour.
My bad.
We've talked about.
It needed to be done.
We've talked about Dolores, rest in peace, and the Cranberries.
Yeah, that's right.
And
R.I.P.
a little bit about some other crap. Yeah, what a long-winded fucking podcast.
Well, it was a lot of fun though. Thank you for inviting me on.
It's fine, dude. And I hope hopefully we can get that guest in.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I don't want to say his name until like he actually comes on because, I want to keep it a surprise. It's not. We don't have celebrity guests in. Yeah, it's just my friends, okay. But
Glad to get Sir Patrick Stewart back on.
Yeah, hey guys, it's me.
There he is again.
I'm the guest this week on the what's it called again? You fucking assholes. The Gamers Guild podcast.
I know this isn't your thing, but just calm down.
You motherfuckers are killing my lilies. I love that. Have you seen that? I think it's a Vine or something. When he like jumps out and he like shoots. I think it's Patrick Stewart. It sounds like him. And he jumps out and he shoots like SpongeBob.
I don't think I heard that one before.
He's like, "You fuckers are killing my lilies," and he's like shooting it like into the ground.
It sounds like his voice.
Yeah.
So, or at least
it did to me when I listened. I don't know what it's from, but yeah. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. It's been really fun. Me, your host, as always, James, also known as Mr. Nightman. I've really enjoyed hosting this week's episode, and yeah, I've been here with Jack. And you got any last words,
Thanks
Jack?
for listening, guys.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll start my channel soon, and then we can get things rolling with my first Let's Play.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll be great. I'll post that around, and
I'm thinking either Pokemon or Fallout for the first one, because it's just my two favourite, franchises.
Yeah.
In terms of gaming. So that'll probably be one of the first.
What are you gonna do with the Fallout series? Are you gonna like mod it, or are you just gonna vanilla it?
I don't think I'll mod it. I think I'll just keep it as vanilla as possible.
Yeah, try. I guess after all this time, you can obviously do whatever you want. But if you want,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to try and do something interesting. I guess go for an interesting
Maybe I
build.
can put like a poll on Twitter to see which one I should do first.
Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter, by the way,
new-
at Skulllegion.
Oh yeah, at Skulllegion. Plug for at Skulllegion.
Yeah, there isn't really much beyond that. It's just at Skulllegion.
Yeah, and I was gonna think about plugging Alma possibly since we mentioned it twice already in this podcast.
Huh?
But fuck that. She has to be on the podcast for a plug. That's the rule. I'm making that rule. I'm putting that in stone now. You have to be on the podcast for a fucking plug. Either that, you have to beg me. You have to start worshipping me. You have to put a statue of me like in your house, and then you have to like take a picture of you worshipping it, right? And
I
then
hope this
you'll
doesn't
get a
go back
plug.
to the whipping thing that you mentioned.
Oh god, this guy is abusing.
Otherwise, I might make.
I think this guy has a cult. I think he's a cult leader, which is pretty worrying. So we're going to investigate into James right now. Yeah.
God, maybe I should have looked up what the Gamer Guild does for it.
No, obviously I don't mean that, but like, yeah, I feel like plugs should be earned, not churned. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Earned, not churned.
I'm just gonna check if she wants a plug. She probably does want a plug. Maybe I'll do it next week. Okay, I'll do it fucking next week, and I'll probably link it into a more relevant topic. I want to link it into stuff. I don't just go, oh yeah, plug here. But I'm plugging you right now, Jack. So there you go. At Scullion.
Thank you.
Whatever it is again, on Twitter, and don't follow me because I'm shit. And enjoy the rest.
If you like unpopular opinions, then yeah, you'll love my Twitter account.
Enjoy the rest of the week. Well, the new week that's coming. I don't know how the weeks work. Do they start on Monday or do they start on? I don't know. I've never known where they
start the weekend.
Yeah, I keep forgetting when they start and when they end. Which day is actually the first day of the new week? Because I'm an idiot. So hopefully you enjoyed that. This outro is going on forever. Fuck you guys, and see you next week.
Yeah, fuck you.
Goodbye.
Bye.